Senseless violence. Senseless violence decided to rear its ugly head today. I started the show today to just purely ask all of you to send your prayers out to the individuals who were affected by the senseless violence that happened at the Mall of Louisiana today. Events like this are meant to scare people. It's meant to show how tough someone really is when they're not. Events like that are meant to hurt innocent people. More people got hurt who weren't involved in the fray than were. Senseless violence. This gives a good snapshot, in my opinion, to life. I don't know the full extent of injuries right now. I haven't been able to chance to keep up with it in the last couple hours, but hopefully no one lost their life today. If they did, well, it's the last moment you got to remember, and how you carry yourself and how you go through every day of your life, how you will be remembered in your last moments. 1 dead, 5 injured. The reason why I get on here and I try to tell people to be nice to one another, that God loves you, to not belittle people, not belittle kids, not even belittle adults. It isn't because I feel like everyone needs to be better, or I feel like I'm trying to put down on people. It's moments like that. You never know when your time's going to be up. There's people today that didn't know today was going to be their last day. And senseless violence they were not a part of, took their life, at least one. So when you get online, and I get on here and I put a microphone in my face and I say every thought I have to the world. Anybody can see it. It's public. So yeah, I'm a little more conscious of how I act online. I'm a little more conscious of what I say on this microphone, even though sometimes I let my better judgment get the best of me and I get outside of that. But it's who you put out into this world, or who you're going to be remembered as. Do you want to be remembered as a person who talked down to a child? Do you want to be remembered as a person who went online and just said crazy things to people that you don't know? You'll probably never see, at least in your hope, you'll never see. If you know me, you know my background and you know what I did in prior careers. And um, doesn't make me anything, but it puts perspective into this for me. Now, I won't lie to you. I'm a Second Amendment advocate. I love Second Amendment. If you see me out in public, I probably have a gun on me. But senseless violence is not called for. Hearing that one person is already dead breaks my heart. I knew there were 10 injuries, 10 victims at the last I saw, when I saw the mayor president and the chief of police doing a hasty interview outside the mall. Be better to one another. Be better. You never know what kind of stuff people are going through. Today, matter of fact, somebody reached out to me and let me know about a situation they were having. I would have never guessed it. I would never assume that they were having that kind of problem. They are in my prayers. The families of these victims are in my prayers. The families and the perpetrators are in my prayers. Sometimes we get lost in the sauce, and we get lost in the fact that the concept of law and order, justice, that's just human justice. That's just earthly justice. The real justice is with him. And I don't have that power to judge my fellow men and women I live on this earth with. That's on him. Now they'll be tried. Hopefully, they'll be found, arrested, and tried and sentenced. But I'm going to pray for them as well. I don't know what their life is like. If they're sitting there pulling guns in a food court in a mall at 1 o'clock on a Thursday, I'm sure their life's not amazing. They don't get a chance to come and talk to wonderful people online. They don't get a chance to hang out with wonderful people at tailgates. Their life took a different path. It doesn't make me better than them. I could have taken bad choices in my life and probably ended up where they were. But I was thankful enough that I had good people around me. So I'll pray for them as well. I hope you do too. Just be kind to one another, please. That's all I ask. I don't care if you like me. I don't care. You can say whatever you want about me. I water off a duck's back. I don't care. I know I'm ugly and fat. Can't hurt my feelings. But sometimes just holding the door, saying good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing, can change someone's life. Can change someone's life dearly. If you do anything, say a prayer for those people that were affected today. Say a prayer for the people that perpetrated the affecting. Because they need God to. They need God to. Now, let's get to some fun subjects, even though the next subject is not going to be the greatest subject. Since we last talked, it has come out that Jake Brown is out for the season. We all know that. He had a successful surgery on Wednesday to repair the handmade bone injury in his right hand. I asked, I hope Jake has a speedy recovery. It sucks it went out this way. Seeing him wear the golds one last time on Sunday and then be out for the season. Who knows? Maybe the guys can make a run. Maybe we can get Jake back for another run in golds. It's possible. Is it likely? No, but it's possible. But what we're going to discuss first before we get into the rest of the show, we're going to talk about the UNO game. We're going to talk about Mississippi State coming up. But what I want to get into is something that, this is me not being nice, but I'm going to nicely do this. There seems to be a lot of confusion online regarding ditto for Jake. There seems to be a lot of confusion online regarding rev share and what it's used for. I've had somebody just came out of the woods. I think Moscona may have sent his goons out. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, let me break this down just a little bit. Rev share. Where does that term come from? Well, a few years ago, I can't remember exactly the time. Sorry, I haven't had a chance to write this down. This is just purely off the mind, and it is true. The United States Supreme Court had the NCAA in for a case. I believe it was the case dealing with the young man, well, not a young man anymore, but the former player who's dealt with the football, video games, and things of that nature, saying he should have been paid for his name, image, and likeness, things of that nature. Supreme Court at that time told the NCAA if they were in any other country on the planet, what they do with these student athletes would be considered slavery. So what happened? The Supreme Court directed the NCAA and their institutions, i.e. LSU, to participate in what's called a rev share. Now, they have to give $20.5 million currently. The number will go up throughout the years. Kind of think of like a salary cap in professional sports. That number will rise as rev share increases and things of that nature. $20.5 million to student athletes. Somebody told me that is not NIL. I'll say this. Technically, you're right. NIL is a term that is broadly used to describe monies or a monetary value paid to college athletes who represent a school. So, rev share, no. Not name, image, and likeness funding. Also, I've never said this couldn't happen, but I'm going to reiterate. Yes, players can earn other monetary value from what's called MMR deals. Do not confuse that with the construction company that is in the greater Baton Rouge area. It does jobs throughout the Gulf Coast and throughout the country. MMR is purely a type of contract given to these athletes to support their name, image, and likeness. Think of like when Raising Cane signs a deal. So the reason I bring that up, rev share is used to pay players. Period. Jordan Seaton is getting rev share. Sam Levitt getting rev share. Harlan Berry getting rev share. Now, this whole argument stemmed from my disagreement with Matt Moscona. Matt Moscona recently this week had Ben McDonald on the show, and Ben McDonald expressed the need to fund Jay's program. Well, I simply asked Matt Moscona. I thought this was settled. I thought Verge said this was done. It's kind of like what I told all of you guys. Nothing is in marble. Sorry, guys, I got a text message. Nothing is in marble. Nothing solidified. Nothing cemented. The budget is still getting worked out. That interview with Matt Moscona and Verge Osbury was purely to get everyone to back off of the administration. They saw the uprising. And I told you, yeah, what we were doing was making an effect. Yes, what we were doing was being seen by Verge Osbury, by President Wade Roos, by Heath Schroyer, by everyone involved in administration when it comes to fundraising these programs. The job isn't done. They wanted it to quiet down just because it makes their days harder. If this would have kept going on, Jay could have said, you see how much? That's why I asked you to not stop applying a pressure. We need to keep applying pressure to them to make sure that Jay could get the funding he needed. So LSU gets $20.5 million in rev share to give to student athletes. Verge also said it's not truly $20.5 million. It's somewhere between $18.5 and $19 million. Okay. Football gets 75% of that. We're going to play with $20 million as a round number just to make this easier for everybody. All right. $20 million, rev share, done. 75% goes to football. Too easy. Yes, they get that because they bring in the money. So you have 25% left to play with. You have 15% going to men's basketball. Why does it go that much go to men's basketball? Because they bring in money. Another 5% went to women's basketball. This was planned so far this year, was going to go to women's basketball. And then baseball and other sports across the campus, we're going to have to share the last 5%. So why are we making a big fuss about Jay getting the money he needs? Well, let me tell you. I'm going to guesstimate within reason of knowledge that Jay worked with about a $1 to $1.5 million NIL budget this year. Rev share budget from this year. I'm going to use better terms. Rev share budget this year. In baseball, that is basically your full NIL budget is rev share. Why do I say that? Go back to 2023 or 2025 when you had national championship rosters for baseball. Did you see a bunch of Raising Cane's billboards? Did you see a bunch of advertising? Did you see commercials like you did with Garrett Nussmeier and the Mannings? No, you didn't. We all understand football brings in the money. So more advertising dollars are going to go towards football players, which then bleeds over to rev share and NIL opportunities. Now, the Raising Cane's deals, all that jazz, that's all NIL, MMR deals that are organized, can be organized with the help of the school, but usually organized by agents and third parties. Baseball is not a big driver. It is in Louisiana. It is in Baton Rouge, but it's not nationally. So when these companies have to set up their advertising budgets, they have to take that in consideration. Why does baseball need more money? $1.2 million is not enough. Now, can they make money outside? Yeah, they can. The reason why we're throwing a fit is, yes, Jay is the second highest funded program in the country, or the SEC. I get it. What I asked this individual was break down what that funding means. Is it from the university, coaches committee funding? Because yes, our money we donated went to coaches committee for the majority of us. If you donated to the raffle for Miss Brandy Fry, that money went to the coaches committee. That goes to funding the program. That's not going to be NIL dollars. And our hope was if we fund the program enough, the money that is allocated to the program may be used for NIL dollars. That was our hope. And I'm still pushing that to this day. I'm not going to stop pushing it. A lot of you think that baseball players are making a ton of money. I promise you they're not. I promise you they're not. And as of right now, high school players are eligible to enter the Major League Baseball draft. Y'all remember 2024 where Bear Jones went to the draft? Why'd he come back? He didn't get his number. You get his number, he's gone. Derek Carriel, he's a super sophomore like Bear Jones. Do you want to have the money to fund Derek Carriel to come back for one more year, or do you want him to go price shopping with the MLB draft? That's why Jay needs his money. Yes, I'm very appreciative of Jay having a great funding for the program as far as facilities and travel, coaches' salaries, things of that nature. That's great. He needs it. A lot of you don't know coaches like Coach Wanaka, Coach Tucko, Coach Simpson made like 50 grand. And if you don't believe me, it's all public. Go research it. Go research their salaries from 2022 to recently, because I believe this year was the year that they changed the rules and they could actually be paid as coaches. All this is intertwined. Yes, rev share is used to pay players. Did I use the wrong term? NIL? Yeah, I did. But it's a blanket term we've all used to describe monies used to pay players. It's nothing new. And no, Jay doesn't have enough. That's why I'm on Matt Moscona's behind so much, because it's not really even Matt Moscona's fault. I'll be honest. He's the messenger. But when you bring on the athletic director and then you push out information saying this is factual, this is done, and it's not, because if it is, why are you still having conversations about it? If it's factual and done, why do we have to wonder? I don't believe the budget's even finished yet. I know Verge said they had a couple of weeks. Maybe it's done now. Maybe it's not. But if it's still up in the air, why are you discussing it? Someone else told me they'll release the budget. When? Last I saw, you had to have journalists pull FOIA requests to get the budgets and get the rev share agreements or disbursement to the public. LSU's not going to post those numbers publicly. I'm sure there's somewhere publicly you can find them because it is a public institution, but they're not going to let you know. Why would they? They don't want this kind of uprising from the fan base. They don't have to hear about why aren't you funding Jay Johnson appropriately? Now you got people like me, Cody Operator, Miss Peggy, Miss Brandy Fry, NBA Tiger Boy, everybody I know who's going to let them hear it. Remember what was said in that article I read to you a few weeks ago. We would love to have Jay Johnson. We're not going to go all out to keep him. Is this year turning out the way we wanted to? No. Is he still the best coach in the country? Yeah. Did 2024 go the way we wanted to? No. Still won 43 games. How would you feel right now if you had, say, you looked at the rest of the season and thought you could have 43 wins? Feel a little different, wouldn't you? Wouldn't be as bad right now. Just don't stop applying. I don't care what these mouth breathers on X say. Call me a dork. I don't care. I'm sure there are things I do that are dorkish. I don't care. I'm me. Hi. Stop listening to these mouth breathers, man. I'm not going to come out here on a microphone and say the things I say if I don't have evidence to back them up. Because guess what? I don't want to look stupid either. If I do look stupid, I'll tell you, yeah, I'm pretty stupid. Sorry about that, guys. I made a mistake. I'm not wrong here. You can tell me that Verge and Jay had a meeting and everyone's happy, everyone's ecstatic, everyone's in a good mood. How many people in this chat have jobs that if you're in front of people or in front of media and they say, hey, do you and your boss get along? Yeah, we get along. Yeah, we had a conversation. It's great. Everyone's happy. Every single one of you would say that. You think Jay's going to come out and say, yeah, me and Verge talked. I'm not happy. No, he's not. He's not going to do that. It's not professional. I don't care what these mouth breathers say. Sharing 5% of a rev share budget with golf, swimming, dance, gymnastics, water polo, I don't know. I don't care. It's not fair to Jay Johnson or this program. Because no matter what, yeah, men's basketball makes money. When was the last time they made it to the Final Four? By the way, the Final Four is not the championship game. Women's basketball, they won a national championship in 23. Hooray. I'm proud for them. I'm happy for them. Have we been back to the Final Four yet? Football, 2019. Give the man the money he needs. If you all online are saying he doesn't have the money he needs to pay the talent, then why are you fighting it on it then? Why are you fighting me? Because I'm trying to get the man the money he says he needs. You want to sit here and talk about he missed in the portal? Yeah. Jay missed in the portal with some guys. He said it. I'll say it. I saw the talent in the preseason. It didn't work out. He missed in the portal. You want to know why he probably missed in the portal a little bit? Money. No, I came out and I told you. Jay has not lost a recruit to monetary reasons. It also means he didn't go after certain recruits because of monetary reasons. And yes, players can get more than rev share money for their NIL. I get it. Because if you do the math, Jordan Seaton, Sam Levitt would eat up the whole football team budget if it came to rev share. Yeah, that's MMR deals then. I thank you, Texas Tech, for releasing the MMR deal for the quarterback we had when we were in the sweepstakes before Sam Levitt. Can't remember the guy's name anymore right now. They released it. It's public. You can go read it. I believe it talks about a rev share in that contract. I don't want to argue with people about this. But I'm going to keep telling you, we need to fund Jay Johnson and fund this baseball team. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, I'm going to get off my soapbox there. When we come back from playing some Bills, we're going to talk about the UNO game. And then we're going to talk about what's coming up in Mississippi State. Then we're going to do the pick-to-click winners for the Jake Brown Ball Tuesday. We'll be right back. I love you guys. Stay with us.
John 16:33, Jesus says, I've told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I've overcome the world. Like that truth that Jesus won is so powerful, so significant in our lives if we fully trust and fully surrender to that promise. Like no matter what we're going to face, no matter what stress, no matter what challenges, no matter what anxiety, like Jesus promises peace, and he reminds us that all of the sin, the fear, the doubt, the shame, like he overcame it all. He paid the price for your sin and mine when he went to that cross. He died a death that we deserve. He went into the grave. He didn't stay there. 3 days later, he rose from the grave, and the promise is true that he's coming back someday. So the power and the significance of that verse is now in a 2-word phrase that's on a t-shirt, on a hat, on a hoodie, and simply said, Jesus won.
Even in the valley of the shadow of death, I can take rest, cause the living God is living in my chest. Every day I wake up feeling blessed, and even if I don't, I see it as a test. Cause
Join me and your favorite players by expressing your faith and assisting local ministries. Use code WalkItOffTalk for 20% off your orders at JesusOneApparel.com. 15% of your purchase will support local ministries like the LSU FCA. That is code WalkItOffTalk for 20% off. Jesus won. In South Louisiana, there's nothing we love more than God, family, sports, and food. For your next get-together, make sure you contact Lemise Sourdough Bakery. Whether you're gathering with friends and family for the big game or surrounding yourself with loved ones for a Sunday dinner, let Lemise Sourdough Bakery provide what you need to make it that much more special. Lemise Sourdough Bakery is a small batch, all organic bakery right here in the heart of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Go take a look at what's being mixed up in the kitchen next, as well as place your orders on Instagram at Lemise Sourdough Bakery. Don't forget to pick up your regular sourdough loaves, your jalapeno cheddar loaves, cookies for those late night snacks, and cinnamon rolls for those early morning cravings. Lemise Sourdough Bakery, where the first ingredients in anything made is love. Lemise Sourdough Bakery. I tell you right now, I could use a Lemise Sourdough Bakery chocolate chip cookie right now. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. Let's get into the chat, see what we have here. Uncle Randy got the notification. Let's go. Atta baby. Got the notifications on. Don't forget, subscribe, like, follow. The like button's free. Subscribe's free. Follow's free. Help your boy out. We'll say what's up to AP. I don't want to put that. I know you got another message down below. I don't want to put that stat up there. Mr. Billiot from Go Deep Dive. How are you doing, sir? Make sure y'all check out Go Deep Dive. They're big shots now. They're not. I'm unaffiliated. I'm a little minnow in this pond. Robbie Plaisance, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Miss Alexandra with Tiger Talk. She's praying for Louisiana. I know you are, Alex. Thank you, sweetheart. Coyote Operator. I've updated it. Well, I'm taking that down now. All right. What's up, Coyote? Joker, what's up, buddy? What's up? AP in the chat. What's up, folks? What's up, AP? Cobra, gang. What's up, buddy? And yes, Cobra, you are right. LSU should definitely get a bigger percentage. It is what it is. I think he means LSU baseball, and yes, they do deserve it. I think if you win 2 national championships in 3 years, you should probably get a bump in your rev share. Personally. Personal opinion. Got good news from Cobra. He's got a new work-from-home job. Great success. He is back. Okay, well, follow, subscribe. Better hit the notification bell, buddy. Robbie, what y'all taking, over or under 5 trades tonight? I'm going to go over. Talking about the entire draft? I'll go over, I guess. I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't been following draft news. I've been deep into baseball and looking at some spring football stuff. The reason why you don't hear me talk a lot about spring football or anything of that nature right now is because it's just a lot of unknown. He said just tonight. Oh, so it's just first round? I don't know. Robbie's pretty keyed in. He looks at all that stuff. I'm going to go over then. Cobra's got under. How does baseball not second? I'm not sure. Well, I can tell you why baseball isn't second. It's not profitable. Technically, it does lose close to $1 million a year on average. Men's basketball makes money. I think they made $15 million last year. Not this past season, but 2025. I guess that would have been 2025 season. 2024 season. So yeah, like where you make money is where you're going to spend money, and you ain't going to make money unless you spend money. Do I think baseball can get profitable? Yeah, I do. But be a lot of decisions probably people would not like. All right, make sure I didn't miss anything in the comments. All right. Let's talk about UNO. It's UNO. I believe the final score of the game was 10-7. All right, let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. Any baseball losses should count as advertising. The game is growing, treated as an investment. Verge. I agree. I'm gonna kind of hit on that real quick. The problem with college baseball is Major League Baseball. Why do I say that? Major League Baseball is not dying. It's just not a it's a popular sport. It's not as intriguing. It's a lot like golf because it's slow, right? They've done their best to increase the speed of the games, get it more intuitive, more interactive. They've started miking up guys in the field, which is cool. I don't like it. It's kind of similar to me as interviewing a coach mid-game, but they're trying. Funny thing enough, baseball makes more of its revenue from local radio broadcasting. And some media deals, like what I know with Apple TV, they make a bunch of money, but they make most of their money from radio broadcasts of the games. That's why so many games are usually blacked out around here, and you can only get like the Astros, the White Sox, Times, and the Braves. If Major League Baseball would cut the high school drafting, which is kind of a two-edged sword to me, I hate to see the kids not get the opportunity they would like, and it kind of forces them into the collegiate system. Then college baseball take an uptick because you have a lot more talent in college. And then they're also talking at the same time reducing the amount of draft rounds, which would then lead to more guys staying till their junior year, not leaving as super sophomores because there's less spots to get drafted unless you're a very highly rated prospect. There's ways that it can get better, but it all depends on Major League Baseball and decisions they make, unfortunately. Similar to college football, college football is growing exponentially as well, and nobody don't see it, but it is decisions that the NFL makes kind of trickles down and affects college football. Joker says raise ticket prices, fans will pay. Yeah. Raise either season ticket prices, because really Joker knows how hard it is to find tickets sometimes for a reasonable price. Yeah, because sometimes, I've looked at it for the first SEC weekend. A ticket down the right field line next to the foul pole was $300. Yeah, I wasn't going to that game. I do not like the mid-game interviews with the coaches either. I don't either. It's stupid. I can't stand it. It doesn't do anybody any good but the network, and it gets us on social media complaining about them. Deferred money ruined the MLB for me personally. Yeah. And then shenanigans they play with moving guys up and down from the minor leagues at certain times to keep them out of arbitration. That's a whole deep dive we don't need to go down. All right, let's get into UNO. Final score of the game was 10-7. It's UNO. I know there was some late inning scoring there by UNO. It kind of made the game a little bit closer. Still was never a game you felt like you were truly in control of the entire time. I mean, coming into the bottom of the fourth, you were down 2-1. Grant Fano got the start. I thought Grant Fano looked good. I was there for the first inning, and he looked phenomenal. I think Grant Fano's a great pitcher. This team is exactly who we didn't think they were. Personally. But in everything, y'all know me, I'm gonna find the silver lining to everything. The freshmen are outstanding. Hey, anybody who was hating on Jack Ruckert, where are you at now? Bet you were cheering when he pulled that solo double play. Uh-oh. Looks like someone doesn't know ball. Jack Rucker's good. He's real good. Get used to his name at second base, David. But it was great to see Jack Rucker come out. He played well. I was happy to see Mason Braun come off the bench and really, I think he had a RBI double, if I'm not wrong. I may be wrong. Nope, he didn't have a double. He had an RBI single, which is cool. This is fun. Mom had his 11th double of the year. The person I really want to highlight real quickly, William Patrick. Welcome to LSU, young man. Y'all see why Jay Johnson was so wanting to get this young man on the field. The intangibles are crazy. Is it me or are kids getting bigger and bigger now? It's weird. I'll drive by. I'll go watch like a high school game or something like that, and just straight up, they look tiny. They come to LSU and they're monsters. William Patrick is a dude. Even Jay said he's probably the fastest kid he's ever coached. I don't see that translating to a base running aspect of an LSU baseball team because every year we come out, talk about the speed in the base paths, and it doesn't really happen. But you also, so shout out to William Patrick, the stash, the 70s look today. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Just looking good. Made me start feeling better about this Mississippi State weekend. Still going to be a rough test in Duty Noble, no matter how beautiful the stash is. But you look at freshmen coming into the game, like William Patrick, Jack Rucker, Mason Braun. People forget, Omar Sarna is a freshman. You see the talent building. And if you can hold on to the talent, keep them out of the portal, keep them from moving on to different things, you're good. You got a good team ahead of you. Ethan Kloss, I don't believe got in that bat last night. I am high on Ethan Kloss. Very high on Ethan Kloss. He did not get in that bat last night. John Pearson, sophomore. He's coming back. Excited about him. Aaron Beatty's he's scorching right now. He's scorching the earth right now. Miles getting the bat around. The team is looking better. The type of game they played Tuesday, I believe, is more fitting for a program like this. And Zach Nunez had a good question to Jay, asking him if this is more of him changing the game plan of the game style or the play style of the game to fit the talent of the team, or the team just kind of getting into things. And he said they didn't go up there thinking, they went up competing, which is what I've been screaming for. I don't need productive at-bats. I need competitive at-bats. Hold on one second. I heard you were going to be the DH next year, Paul. Buddy, I still got eligibility. Jay, call your boy. Just see if they can do the courtesy runner from here on out. I need a courtesy runner. You don't want me running them baseball. You don't want me running them base paths. You don't want that. David. Joker brought up a good point earlier. So CJ Weinstein or Weinstein, however you want to say his name. Kid may have a run at shortstop next year. Granted, it's in high school right now. He plays against high competition, but it gets different. It gets different when you get down to the SEC. Everybody wants to talk about the stash that Patrick has. It is legendary. It is. It's good. It's not as good as Jake Brown's, though. I have to say that. But Jake's got a special mustache. And everybody's saying AP's going to run for me for my courtesy runner, Cobra. He'll run for me in deceptive speed here, boys. I need to get Cobra down to one of the tailgates so I can hit him on a 60. I just want to see that speed. So I can see that 60. All right. Let's get back to UNO real quick. So 10-7. You had, I think I counted 7 pitchers come into the game. One pitcher earned his way into the it's not your fault, it's mine category. Santiago Garcia. I don't see a problem with him going forward. I think it was just a moment of anger from Jay Johnson. I'm happy to see Connor Bench leave the circle of "it's not your fault, it's mine" category. And Connor Bench has looked great. That's everybody talked about how good Lackenmeyer was, how good Fontenot was. I was really impressed to see with Connor Bench. I think he came in. He was a guy that got a lot of one hitter at bats, had a lot of appearances with not a lot of innings, and he came in and he threw well. Connor Bench, well, I say that he got the win. He threw 1/3 of an inning, so and he faced 2 batters. But I'm still really impressed with what Connor Bench is doing at the end of this year. He's a guy that I believe is starting to enter the circle of trust, in my opinion, with this pitching staff. Should you have beat UNO bigger? Yeah, you should have. I mean, I didn't see a team overly talented. No offense to UNO. Got good ball players there, but they didn't stack up to the talent you had. But this is the team we have now. This is the team we have for this year. You have injuries really affecting you. You have guys in the lineup who are still battered up. Pointing at Chris Stanfield. Nobody's truly healthy. Seth Dardar still out with the ankle. Cooper Moore, sorry to hear about it, man. I'm happy you're coming back. By the way, the idiot who said, "Oh, the unimpressive rotation we have now is going to be back," shut up. Just shut up. It's going to be a hell of a rotation, and I cannot wait to see Case Nevins shove tomorrow against Mississippi State. Who, if I remember correctly, Case Nevins came in relief against Mississippi State last year. I think he threw 3 to 4 innings with 2 hits, no runs. Friday guy for a reason. There's not much more to say about UNO, guys. I mean, you got the win, yippee, got off the snide. Now's when it really matters. Going into SEC play, going to do Noble, and trying to get back in rhythm. The season's not over with. State, South Carolina next week, Georgia, Florida. And it looks like we're going to do the tailgate for the Saturday game, which I wrote down the date earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's like May 18th. We're going to have the tailgate on May 18th as far as right now. More information to come. If we do the tailgate, I can promise you one thing, the Me Sourdough Bakery will be out there. And we'll have more Jesus One stuff to give away for the tailgate. So, we're past UNO. We won the game in the past. Today, the boys got up and they went to Starkville. Here is a update for everybody who's missed it. The game for tomorrow has been moved up to 3 p.m. due to inclement weather. And Joker's right. We'll face possibly the best pitcher we have seen tomorrow. And I promise you, it's not going to get easier when you go to Georgia. You got South Carolina coming in who's going to have a chip on their shoulder because of the pulmonary thing, even though he's not there anymore. And then Florida just doesn't like you, and we don't like Florida. So it's too easy there. I sound like a broken record. I feel bad. So this weekend's rotation was put out. You have Case Nevins on Friday, William Smith on Saturday, TBA on Sunday. I would still ride with Zach Cowan. I know a lot of people are shouting at the rafters to have Devin Sheeran come in and start on Sunday. I get it. I like Sheeran out of the bullpen, personally. I think you have a better shot of possibly having a Zach Cowan start or even a Gavin Guidry start. I really don't see anybody else in the rotation getting that unless he goes another Grant Fontenot opener kind of role. Piggyback him with Devin Sheeran or Zach Cowan. But it against my better judgment, I've said this time and time again. I don't like the thought of saving guys or not using a guy or using a guy and not having it planned out for a starter on Sunday. When you see TBA on the projection, it's TBA to the public. Jay has an idea who's going to start. I don't like holding a guy up in limbo. I get where you're at with the bullpen and the rotation. It's kind of a necessary evil. But yeah, that's right. Watch out for Paz. I thought I texted David Tuesday when I was at the ballpark, and I saw Paz down by the bullpen. He was the only one down there, close to when the starter would be start getting loose. And I went, maybe Paz getting a start tonight. He didn't get the start. Again, texted David, hey man, I'm wrong. It's not Paz. It's Fontenot. See, I admit when I'm wrong. I like Paz. David, give me it's not on there. David, Paz is a sophomore, right? Or is he a freshman? Please let me know. I think he may be a freshman. Anyway, I would roll with the Cowan / Guidry start for Sunday, personally. But like a broken record, I'm going to say it again. It's going to come down to, he's a true freshman. Thank you. He's going to come down to the pitching. Can Kason Evans keep you in the game? Can not Gavin Guidry, William Schmidt keep you in the game? It comes down to that. Truly. Yeah, Paul, you're not saying anything new. It's more of an emphasis, more of an onus on this program at this point because you do not have the offense you thought you had in the first 8 games of the year. Let's be honest about it. What happened? That's something we're going to have to deep dive in after the end of the season. What happened to that team from the first 8 games? UCF is in the top 25, if not the top 20. I don't know. Well, what happened? There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened with my screen. Anyways, it's going to come down to Kason Evans and William Schmidt, and I believe Zach Cowan. Keep you in the game, keep you steady. Will the bats show up? That's a good question. You've lost your biggest thump in the lineup this year, Jake Brown. Who's going to fill that role? Right now, it's looking like Cade Beatty is filling that role that was left by Jake Brown. Can he keep it up? I would like to keep Beatty at the DH spot. I know it's going to be hard to do with Cerna and him rotating the catcher. You can't take those 2 bats out of lineup no matter how much either one of them have struggled in the past. William Patrick is your right fielder. I think we can all see that now and agree that William Patrick is your right fielder. Yes, there are other guys I'd like to see get at bats. William Patrick's the better decision at this moment. Do I think we win this weekend? I put my prediction into Robbie Plaisance as Mississippi State wins the series. Does that mean I don't think there's a way for LSU to win it? No, there's always a way. It's just how probable it is. You have a lot of things hurting you. Injuries are hurting you. Inexperience hurting you. I would say approach at the plate and certain moves made by the coaching staff hurting you. This is coming from a guy who's a Jay Johnson purist. An apologist, I guess you'd say. All I can ask is don't give up on them. It's that simple. They care. I promise you those kids care. And I promise you, Jay Johnson wouldn't be having to tell Jake Brown he can coach third base if he wants if Jake Brown didn't care. So care for Jake Brown because he cares. I know all of you love Jake Brown, even though a lot of you want him gone in 24. All right. Let's get back to the chat real quick. Let's see. AP say Cobra's got it. Whatever is best for the team. Yeah. You can run for me any day, Cobra. Benj has been good. He has been good. And I'll be honest, I gave Benj a lot of grief for what happened last year. He's proved me wrong, and I'm happy to see it. Will you have brisket? So I'm deciding that. I'll either have brisket and pulled pork again, or just pulled pork, or just brisket. Brisket's not cheap. Pulled pork is. So it all depends on that route and if anybody chips in. from outside vendors because I'm still talking to other vendors, seeing if they can help. Joker said you'll cook. Man, you ain't gotta worry about that. I'm the one signing myself up for this. So yeah, I said positive 3-year guy. And Robbie said, I believe William Patrick's a draft eligible sophomore after next year. I hate that draft eligible sophomore crap. I get it. Trust me, I get it. Let's go for the kid. Helps him get as much money as he can from Major League Baseball. I don't like it. I'll help buy. No, man, you're good. It's really surrounding costs. What is a draft eligible sophomore? Super sophomores, think of Derek Curiel. Derek, it deals with the day you were born, and I think you have to be a certain age to enter the draft. I can't remember off the top of my head. This just got recently told to me. But it depends on the day you were born, where you fall, if you can enter the draft after your sophomore year or not. So apparently Marcos Paz is not falling into that category, but William Patrick does. All right. So if there's no more questions, okay, hold on. You have to be 21 on the year you're drafted. Okay. So I think so, like, okay. Gotcha. There you go. All right. Let's see if I'm missing anything else. Talked about NIL, talked about the game being moved up, talked about Mississippi State. I don't have anything else, guys, other than the giveaway. I haven't forgot about the giveaway. I have it right here, ready to get queued up. Let's see. Anything else? No. All right, let's do the giveaway. It's just 3 people for the giveaway. Just up. Let me add. There we go. All right, just 3 people for the giveaway. Robbie Plays Odds, Bear, and Kev, your boy Kev. Let's see who won it. Let's go. Lucky dog, you. Robbie Plays Odds. Looks like you have won the J Brown ball, my friend. Now, Robbie, I don't know what you would like to do with that soon. Debuting new pod tomorrow. Call me after the show, Joker. I have some stuff to talk to you about when it comes to that. Nothing big, just some suggestions. All right. Well, let's get out of here a little early today, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. If y'all have nothing else for me in the comments, I'll give y'all a second to see if you have any questions or anything you want to say to me. Call me ugly, call me fat, whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, all I ask, be kind to one another. Be cognizant of the words you use and the way you treat people. It's the best route to go. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I had to go have a meeting today. I guess you'd call it. That's what I'm gonna say today. I had a meeting today. Hair looked good. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Today just stuff like what happened today breaks my heart, guys. It really does. I wish sometimes the world was a better place. Wish the world was a better place sometimes. It is what we make it. It is what we make it. Don't forget, use the code WalkItOffTalk at Jesus One Apparel. I have been told that on Monday or Friday, I believe Monday, the white hoodies are going on the store. The white LSU hoodies are going on the store, I believe, Monday. That's what I was told. Some things are going to be fire, y'all. These things are comfy. So Jesus One shirts, Walk It Off Talk for 20% off. 15% goes to the LSU FCA. Help me help them. Remember, the old Miss crazy Schwazies. We got to get them guys. We got to get them. I'll tell us right now. I talked to a man named Jeff Arnold, very kind man, Ole Miss fan, very kind man, very Christian man, very nice guy. He's an Ole Miss fan, but he's a very nice guy. We're going to do a joint tailgate next year for the Ole Miss series in baseball. I want to be able to tell him LSU beat Ole Miss on Jesus One apparel. Again, I don't make it down from this. This is purely competitive now and helping out local ministries. Lamy Sourdough Bakery. I am working on getting y'all a QR code and a discount code. I'm working on it. It's a very tough negotiator. Go to the Instagram page. It's they have I think it's called Hot Plate. The link's on the Instagram page. Go check it out. The Instagram is Lamy Sourdough Bakery. That's it. It's in the banner at the bottom. And look out for Pick to Click tomorrow. Haven't decided. You know what? I will decide. I'm giving away a K. Beloso, Alex Malazzo signed baseball. It's somewhere right there in the bucket I have of all the stuff. If anybody's wondering where your Pick to Click prizes are, I went to go start shipping stuff and found out it'd be a lot cheaper if I ship stuff at once. So that's why it's been held off. You're getting your stuff. I promise. I don't want it. It's yours. I'm just trying to save my bank account a little bit. Aside from that, God loves you. All he wants you to do is love him back. I love you. Hope you'll have a great evening. Enjoy the draft. I believe AP is doing a draft show tonight. I'm gonna try to get on if I can. It all depends on the family. Other than that, I will see y'all on Pick to Click, and I will see y'all Monday at 6. Hope you have a great night. And kiss them babies. You never know when it's the last time you get a chance to. Kiss them babies. Love you guys.